Hey there, it's Nathan from Envision Property. Today I wanted to run through 5 reasons why it pays to use a buyer's agent. I want to cover, two things I want you to get out of this. The first one is that I want to show you how we add value as buyer's agents and how we've been helping a lot of buyers get into this crazy property market. And the second thing is I want to kind of shed some light on some aspects that you may be doing that may not actually be working in your favor with getting a property. To get started is number one is time. So in the current Brisbane market, on average, it takes about 8 months for a buyer to get into a property. So anywhere from 6 to 12 months, and we've worked out 8 months, it's taking a buyer to, attend open homes and search on realestate.com to get into a property. So this means that on average, a buyer is spending 8 long months scouring through real estate and domain, calling agents, spending every Saturday attending open homes and auctions. And it's tough. So most buyers are working full-time jobs and they're missing really good opportunities because they weren't quick enough to act or just didn't have the time. So there's been a lot of properties we've purchased at Envision Property where we found out about it 9 o'clock in the morning. By 2 p.m. we've inspected it and we've had it under contract for clients. Meanwhile, while the market is continuing to grow, properties that we're making offers on in the first month are now totally out of their budget. So we're seeing buyers actually getting priced out of their original suburbs they were looking at. So at Envision Property, when we take on a client, we work like around the clock, 10 to 12 hours every day. We're looking for opportunities so you don't miss anything. Because we do this full time, we have the right knowledge and the relationships. Our average time to purchase is just 6 weeks. Getting our clients into the market, which is actually saving them money, but also means they can spend their Saturdays doing things they actually enjoy. Second thing is access to stock. So if you want to find and secure the perfect property, the more potential properties you see, the quicker and easier it is for you to find that property. One of the biggest complaints I hear buyers tell me is that there's no stock. There's looking at real estate and domain every day and there's nothing new coming up. Whenever a property that fits their brief comes up, there's 50, even 100 people at the first open home. I'm not too sure if you're aware, but 30% of properties are actually sold off market, meaning that almost half of the potential properties you'd want to buy don't even hit real estate or domain. And really, off market we're looking at pre-market properties, post-market properties, and off-market. So there's 3 styles. Many buyers choose to transact off-market because they either need a discretion sale or a very quick sale. And if you aren't in the know and if you don't have the right relationships, you'll never hear about these genuine off-market opportunities. This year, we've purchased so many properties for clients where there are deceased estates. There are families that have just gone through everything and they just wanted to do a discreet and quick sale. And we were actually there to solve a really big problem. The purchase price wasn't really a big issue for them. They just wanted to get it done. So jumping in, the next thing is that one of the key things that differentiates a buyer's agent from an everyday buyer is that we really leverage our deep relationships with local real estate agents to access these, pre-market, post-market, and off-market properties. This means there is less competition, no pressure to buy immediately, and it can be an easier negotiation with better terms for the vendors. Number 3 is network and relationships. In property, your network is truly your network, and it's not always about what you know, but it's who you know. And this is very true. At Envision Property, we've spent 2 years building up some really, really deep relationships with some of the top real estate agents across Queensland. Like having the right relationships can give you a major advantage when it comes to sourcing and securing some of the best property deals. And the lack of relationships can mean you miss out on great opportunities. Working with a buyer's agent, you can leverage the wide and deep relationships that we have with real estate agents, which can help get access to a large range of stock and gain an unfair advantage when it comes to negotiating. Number 4, local market knowledge. So one of the biggest complaints we hear from buyers is that price guides are always way under what the property they wanted to buy actually sells for. In Queensland, I'm not too sure if you're aware, we are known as the worst for baiting. Across Melbourne and Sydney, they managed to fix it slightly, but in Queensland, we're really bad. You'll see a property come up, this is offers over 400 and it'll end up selling for 550,000. This throws out a lot of buyers. So I speak to buyers on a daily basis, and it always shocks me how many have been searching for 8 to 10, 12 months or even more. One of our past clients had been looking for over 18 months, and we managed to get them into a property within 3 weeks. So it's not uncommon for me to hear about buyers who put in 20 offers in over 12 months, and I've missed out on all of them. In the midst of this property boom, it's never been important to really have a deep local market knowledge and the ability to substantiate property values, which are changing daily. The market is moving at a rapid pace right now, and if you're not on top of property prices, you'll simply just keep missing out, and over the long term, this really ends up costing you a lot of money. If you're still using price guides or comparable sales from 14 days ago, you're simply going to get it wrong and keep missing out. With the Brisbane market moving so quickly, you need to keep up to date with all the sales agents' tactics and be aware of the specific buyers in those areas you're wanting to buy. Because we work on the ground on a daily basis, we know the market like the back of our hand. Keep up to speed with its growth. When we make an offer, we know exactly what a property is worth, and so our offer is razor sharp with where it needs to be, and for two things. Number one, we need to get that deal done. And number two, we need to really avoid overpaying in this crazy market. Number 5, and which I believe is the most important, it's negotiation. So when it comes to negotiating on the price of a high quality property in a competitive marketplace against a highly trained real estate agent, it's easy for most buyers to get caught out. Most real estate agents negotiate on properties almost daily, and most buyers negotiate on properties like once every maybe 5 to 10 years. So this is the part where I find it's pretty crazy. It's really like a matchup similar to LeBron James, one of the best basketball players in the world, against a kindergarten kid. This real estate agent is highly trained at negotiating on property, and I feel like the playing field is it's really built for the seller. So, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, hundreds of thousands, they want to squeeze you for all you have. They'll pull out every trick in the book to make sure they bleed you dry, simply. This is one of the highest skill sets that a buyer's agent has. That levels the playing field in the negotiation. Most buyer's agents are formally trained by negotiation specialists who negotiate on properties almost daily. I personally have been trained by some of Australia's top negotiation experts and have negotiated and purchased over 65 properties in the past 12 months alone. When I put a deal together and I negotiate, my clients always secure the best possible deal. Thanks for running through the 5 reasons why it pays to use a buyer's agent. I truly hope this does one or two things. It really opens your eyes about buying a property. You are spending hundreds of thousands on this thing, so you just want to make sure you do all your due diligence, make sure you negotiate correctly, and make sure you get to see all opportunities. I look forward to meeting you at this meeting. Thanks for watching.